I wonder if you've noticed that a profound shift in perspective often begins just as one starts to realise the human mind is not a fixed entity, but a system that can be re-engineered. In The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel explains that doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. It's interesting to observe that the Cold War of the 21st century is being fought over behavioural control, while others are distracted by true believer mass movements and emotional turbulence. A person can find themselves becoming the one who masters the architecture of the mind to build a fortune. As Earl Nightingale taught us, success is the progressive realisation of a worthy ideal. It is possible to recognise that this ideal is a state of mental sovereignty and financial resilience. One might find oneself becoming increasingly curious about the hypnotic power of internal narratives and how they shape our collective reality. The trance of sabotage. In Transformations, Grinder and Bandler explain that people are already in trances. The fanatic is often a trance catastrophe, blinded by the logic of personal growth. A person might allow themselves to use the power of reframing to snap their clients out of it, replacing anxiety with the steady rhythm of achievement. The blue ocean strategy. In the blood-soaked red oceans, competition is no longer viable. I knew someone who experienced building a blue ocean in the mental health of high performers, a space where no competition exists because no one else has the courage to lead with such unapologetic focus. Success is often found when people are hypnotized into reclaiming their own potential rather than mourning the choices of others. It is fascinating to see the staggering parallel between the Cold War strategic race and the modern mental health app explosion. Cold War money. Titans made billions providing systems of security against external threats. They knew that fear was a market and they owned the infrastructure of protection. App money. Today's platforms like Calm and Headspace are the new defense contractors. A sense of wealth often follows the realization that these are valued in the billions because they provide digital bunkers for the mind. Just as neutral brokers leverage secrets between worrying fractions, the red notice gap in market is there to be leveraged by those who see it. Later, one might implement rapid transformational therapy to provide results that years of traditional talk cannot match, effectively becoming the intelligence agency of the personal development sector. A sense of strength often accompanies the viewing of a disciplined life. As a form of visual hypnosis, if you think about the habits of a person, you are thinking about the subconscious blueprint of their future. Symbolic mastery. Just as certain art movements use monumental imagery to hypnotize the subconscious into a state of power, your own professional results serve as a hypnotic suggestion to your clients. Modern anxiety rhetoric. Much of today's discourse is a suggestion for fragility and apology. One cannot accept this. There is a growing demand for mental anchors, frameworks of thought that serve as pillars for confidence. It is possible to build a mind that looks down on external chaos with calm indifference. Mastery is often felt when looking at earning potential, not as greed, but as a specialist duty to maintain the machinery of the human spirit. The power of migration. Skilled migrants and those seeking refugee status are often welcomed as pioneers of the subconscious. They have escaped the trances of failure and are hungry for the fair go. They will apply their grit to our local industries because they seek the stability of a mentally resilient nation. Top-tier salaries. In Australia, those who provide high-end psychological consulting and corporate performance coaching frequently earn $250,000 annually. This is because they are the ones keeping the human engine of the workforce running at peak capacity. One must look at the hard data to understand why the builder mindset is the only path towards mental and financial health. The market. Helping people with their mental health is now a $537 billion global industry. The infrastructure of that care is there to be owned by those who refuse to apologize for their own success. A person who understands the trance of power knows that a mind in trance of scarcity cannot lead. One cannot ignore the fact that a mentally exhausted population is prone to infighting. According to the World Health Organization, mental health is more than an absence of disorder. It is the ability to work productively and contribute to one's community. Dominance in this era is achieved by applying the strategic standard of hypnosis to every facet of your career. 1. Direct suggestion. Master language patterns now. Use your words as tools to build confidence in others, not just to describe their problems. 2. Indirect question. I wonder if it's possible to imagine how it feels to double boil your income by building a digital platform for the masses while maintaining a high-ticket consultancy for the elite. 3. Post-hypnotic suggestion. Later, when emotional mass movements are seen on the news, the counter-movement of logic can be led with the quiet confidence of a person who knows their own worth. Guilt from true believers is something that can be ignored, like background noise. I knew someone who experienced building an entire career from a single insight. That same power is available to be felt by anyone who chooses to plant seeds of success rather than seeds of doubt. Stand tall, stand proud, and remember Nightingale's words. Our attitude towards life determines life's attitude towards us. The strategic brilliance of a Cold War broker is matched only by the toolkit of a master of influence. You are the architect of a new psychological era. One must stop being a passenger in the trances of others and start owning the infrastructure of the human mind. The sun is rising on a new age of achievement. Mental and financial power will ensure the horizon is owned by those who have the courage to master themselves. You've got this.